Good morning, Tanish. Good morning, Ritesh. Good morning, Aryan. चलो जहाँ सवाल है. Okay. So see, we have till date in this online mode, we have considered so many different points, starting from the world history or starting from a say modern world history. Fine. So that to be from right from the revolutions, which include uh, industrial revolution, American revolution, French revolution. Then we have gone for unification of Italy, unification of Germany. uh, Even we have also considered Russian revolution, Chinese revolution, Turkish revolution. There had been the economic depression of the world, that is of 1929. Then fascism in Italy, Nazism in Germany. Right. What else remain? I think we have also seen some points related to World War One and World War Two. So these many points we have considered. Later on, we moved towards the geography. So in geography, again we have considered different points. So right from we started by the Big Bang theory. That's what the origin of universe. What is the origin of universe? So we have also gone through the universe. Then we considered galaxies, right? Different things involved in the galaxies. We consider a solar system, complete solar system, details of each of the planet forming a solar system. Then we have considered the continents of the world, oceans of the earth, ocean currents. We have considered biosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, different layers of the atmosphere, or you can say ecology or ecosystem. Right. So these many different things we have already considered. Further, we have gone through atmosphere, weather, and climate. Right. So these are uh, the things which we can consider. So the point of telling you about these things is to ask you one question, that whether we should continue from next session in geography only, or now shall I move to another part. So choice is yours, but let me know so that accordingly I will be presenting the things to you. Right, no doubt today we will see something around earth. Right, sometimes I have just yesterday I was going through a sort of old question papers. So I could have come across the questions which are related to Earth, its shape and size, right? So in general, Earth. So I will orally tell you some of the things which are really important as far as Earth is concerned, or to which points you should pay your attention, right? Or you should be concerned related to the Earth. Fine. No doubt there are so many different things which are there in the geography as well, but uh, again we can look into other points which would be really fruitful as far as your written examination preparations are concerned. Fine. So that is what you do have. Now, as far as uh, Earth is concerned, so everyone knows the shape of Earth. So what kind of shape Earth is having? Okay, Aditya is saying spherical. That's true. Someone else. And who was the first who said something, or who suggested the shape of the Earth? So no doubt, undoubtedly, he was Pythagoras. So Pythagoras was the first one who suggested the shape of Earth, and it is globe. It is of it is like a Earth is shaped like a globe, right? No doubt, it's later on you can consider the sphere. So Pythagoras, who was a Greek philosopher and mathematician, right, who was amongst the first to suggest that the Earth was shaped like a globe. That's what we can consider the sphere. That means what? Earth is of not a flat shape. So if you look towards Earth, so you make there had been this kind of assumption as well, that Earth is flat in the shape, right? Just a moment. So if the Earth were a flat disk, then the rising sun would have been seen at all the places at the same time. But this is not happening, right? So that means that the places in the east which are seeing the sun earlier, right? So when you approach the land, when a ship is approaching the land, then its funnel or mast is being seen first, and then the hull is being seen. So if the Earth had been flat, then the whole ship would have been seen at the same time, right? So these are the some of the observations. Right? Earlier these were some of the logics, but now you can say these are some of the observations which you could have, and accordingly, you may say that if they are, then if these could be true, then it could be said that Earth is flat. So Earth is a sphere. So Aditya said correctly that Earth is having a spherical shape, which is really oriented in the same position during successive eclipses, but it always casts a circular shadow, and therefore it is proved that Earth is a sphere shaped or sphere like planet. So here sphere is a only solid body that will always cast a circular shadow. So as far as poles are concerned, so the pole star can always be observed at 90 degrees in the sky, since the star lies in the line with the axis of the earth. That's the reason why it is always seen in the 90 degrees. If someone travels southwards, the angle of pole star get decrease at the equator, and at the equator the angle will become what? How much angle would be at the equator? Anybody? Will it be 0 or 180 or both? At equator it will be 0. Try to remember one of the slides in which I have shown at the time of seeing atmosphere, one of the regions in atmosphere, particularly I think troposphere. I had put a image of an earth wherein you could see in the middle the equator. The simple point, which is necessary to know. Fine. Basically, only one point to be remember or kept in mind, that is spherical shape. But how this is being, right, or whether there had been some other assumptions or not, for that purpose I just told you these particular things. Now, one more point is that what kind of factors which make the earth a suitable planet or suitable thing for life to evolve and survive? Why we are alive, why we have evolved on earth, and how the generations after generations after generations are being survived. So this is a question, right? What are the factors on the earth which are really making earth a suitable planet for life evolution and its survival? So that is second point. So already you know these answers, right? So what is the answer? Anyone? बोलत जावं रे, मला असं वाटतं की माझं आपलं एकट्याच काहीतरी चाललंय. तुम्ही ठरवलंय का, कट्टी केली आहे का? असं नाहीये ना?
नाही सर.
हा तनिष, थँक यू. Someone else? But I, so it is not giving me a kind of feedback whether you are getting it or not. पहिले तर मग मला शंकाच येते, असं होतं की हा नुसतं मोबाईल लावून दिलाय किंवा लॅपटॉप लावून दिलंय, हेच आपलं दुसरंच काहीतरी चाललंय. सरांना वाटावं की हा कोणतरी आहे अटेंड करतंय, बट द फॅक्ट इज डिफरंट. असं वाटायला लागतं का शंका आहे ती. तुम्ही बघा, शंका खरी ठरू द्यायची की नाही हे तुमच्याकडेच आहे. Elroy, yes, I think he is also attending. Have you got my questions, Elroy? And if yes, then can you say something in the response of that, or can you contribute to the answer? So what are the factors which are making Earth suitable for evolution of life and its survival? Welcome, Vaibhav. So, okay. So what are the things? So already we have seen that there are life supporting gases, which are nitrogen and oxygen, as far as plants and human beings are concerned. So Earth has all the essential elements. So what are the essential elements? Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, which are acting as a building block for the origin of life, which are acting as the acting as the building block of uh, origin of life. So because of presence of these elements, you can start building your answer. It is neither too hot nor too cold. It is maintaining its temperature. Keep in mind. And it is true. I think in maybe in one of the next sessions, you will come across the balancing temperature balance of the Earth. Right. So how it is maintaining the temperature, right? So that I will no doubt. Even I do have some some sort of slides to take you through these demonstrations. So it is not. It is neither too hot nor too cold. Rather, it has the right temperature range for carrying out the life sustenance or life sustaining chemical reactions. Ultimately, what is this? Right. आपण chemicals पासून बनलो. Ultimately, what it is, right? It is nothing but the mixture or the composition of the chemicals. So such life sustaining chemical reactions are being carried out at a particular, I would say now, atmosphere, right, or at a particular environment, and that is being facilitated by Earth. So again, this would be the another reason we can consider. Next, what else require? ठीक है, ये तो जिंदा रहने के लिए काफी है. इसके बाद और भी कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं that you can consider. एक वेळेस दिवसभर पाणी न पिता 2-4 दिवस अन्न न खाता जिवंत राहू शकतो, पण तासभर श्वास न घेता जिवंत राहू शकतो का? तासभर तर फारच गोष्ट झाली, फारच म्हणजे अतिच झालं ते जरा. बरोबर. सो you cannot survive without breathing for a minute, right? Or if you consider some moments, that is very difficult. So gas चा प्रश्न निघाला की yes, we accepted the presence of these. What else? So next one is related to a water, right? Though Earth is containing a lot of water, though Earth is containing a lot of water, still you see around us in the or across the globe, there are so many crises for drinking water. And experts are saying that the third world war would happen because of the water crisis, for rather drinking water crisis. Right? Drinking water crisis म्हणजे आपण जे वापरतो ते किंवा इव्हन थोड्याफार प्रमाणात शेतीसाठीच आपण म्हणू शकतो. आपल्या भाषेत आपण त्याला गोड पाणी म्हणतो. So that could be the point of concern. So Earth has a lot of water in the form of lakes, rivers, and oceans for the growth and survival of the life. This is another point. That is why, or that's what the supporting factor to make the life evolution on the Earth and its survival. Further, Earth has enough oxygen gas in its atmosphere for the survival of living beings with the help of breathing or through breathing. Further, Earth has a protective blanket of ozone layer high up in its atmosphere to save lives on the Earth from harmful ultraviolet radiations coming from the sun. So this is again a point you need to understand, you need to note down. and most important, that is biodiversity. So as far as biodiversity is concerned, again, it is a great supporting factor or parameter that we should consider as far as uh, making Earth a suitable thing for life evolution and its survival. So what happens in biodiversity? There are some changes which increase towards equator. So that is called the biodiversity. So this biodiversity is nothing but a degree of variation of life. So what is biodiversity? Degree of variation of life. Degree of variation of life is called as biodiversity, which is nothing but a measure of variety of organisms which are present in different ecosystems, and uh, particularly it is richest in the tropics. So that's what you do consider. I will tell you some other technical points. You can look at your own. Uh, Prior to that, I can also tell you some of the other compositions. So already I said carbon is there, hydrogen is there, nitrogen is there, oxygen is there. Right. Apart from that, uh, you can consider the compositions of Earth, and this point is really important. Altogether, 8, 9 names. In fact, these are the metals you can keep in mind. So, very first one is iron. Later on, there will be silicon, magnesium, nickel, sulfur, aluminium, calcium, and some other metals are there. So, percentage wise, if you consider, so who is the most abundant, right? Whose contribution or whose existence is most on the earth? Which among these elements, whether it is iron, silicon, magnesium, or nickel, right? So among these four, which one would be the, what do you think? Which one would be the uh, mm, most abundant? सगळ्यात जास्त भेटला जाणारा. Forget about oxygen. So around 30% oxygen you could composition of Earth is having around 30% of oxygen. I'm talking about oxygen, na ki gas. Right. So likewise, you can consider that around, okay, someone said, yes, Aditya said iron. Yes, it is true. Iron is the most abundant. Around 35% is 35% of the earth is contributed by iron. Later on, you will come across oxygen. Then you do have, in that case, silicon around 15%, magnesium 13%, nickel 2.4%. See, whenever you will be going for the sources, already we have considered land sources or soil sources. Apart from that, some other sources are there which are called minerals and elements. So at that time, you will be knowing these things. But that to be, as far as India or let's say some of the specific places are concerned. But uh, as a whole, the earth, you can have these percentages. So likewise, you can come across these different compositions or elements which are contributing the earth. There had been some obviously there is some statistical data. For example, earth is the third planet that already we have gone through from the sun, which is the fifth largest one among all the planets of the solar system as far as its size and mass is concerned. So you can find out its age, you can go for its mass, you can go for its volume, you can go for its density, you can go for total surface area, you can go for total land area, you can find out total ocean area, you can find out total water area, right? So these are the points you should know. म्हणाल सर हे तर हे लक्षात ठेवणं डिफिकल्ट आहे, बट if you could not try, then obviously it is very difficult. But if you could start trying, then probably some other day it will be felt very easy. And keep in mind, you should know these things, right? Because see, uh, many a times I said this statement to you that for impressive, right? For you to be impressive, you need to have certain kinds of statistics. मला वाटतं म्हणून मी एखाद्या गोष्टी बोलत राहणं, it's not effective, right? If I start talking with some of the statistics, then probably it would be easy, right? Or sorry, it would be always impressive. And one more thing is that it is related to the facts. It is always taking a kind of help. So that so everyone should take care about these things. Fine. So try to know the age, mass, volume, density, surface area, land area, ocean area, and water area on the earth. Further, one more point you can know, and it is necessary because you have to go through latitudes, longitudes, and the standard time zones, fine, which are really important. So that point we are going to cover. So for that purpose, further you should know the diameters. For example, equatorial diameter, equatorial radius, polar diameter, equatorial circumference, and polar circumference. So these are the points you can know. We have seen some of the miscellaneous in the last year. For example, highest land point. Same thing. I will ask you in another words. The highest, what you can consider. I forgot that particular word. You know, the longest river, largest ocean, likewise, the highest, what you will call it as? महाराष्ट्राचं सगळ्यात उंच शिखर कोणचं? I'm not able to recollect that particular word. Anyway, so highest land point you can consider, and that is what? कोणता आहे? At the time of continents, we have also seen it, which has a height of 8,850 meters, which is in Nepal. Right. So as far as Asia is concerned, we have seen it at the highest point, right? And that is nothing but the Mount Everest, right? Which is highest point. As like that, which is the lowest land point of the earth? Yes, superlatives. Yes, exactly. Probably Avishkar is there. Thank you, Avishkar. So, lowest land point, it's nothing but a Dead Sea. Where it is? It is in between Jordan and Israel. Fine. So, which is having only around 400 meters. Right. So, the lowest and highest points on the earth you can consider. Pacific Ocean. Oh, yes, my dear, you are very true about the depth. Right. But I'm asking lowest land point, na ki deepest ocean. Right. So highest land point and lowest land point. Obviously, that is below the sea level, whatever you are saying. Right. So through that sense, your answer is completely right. Pacific Ocean. Right. How much? 4,820 meters. Right. So that is what. Then what you can consider. Yes, that is what I will say, the greatest ocean depth, whatever you are saying. That's true. That is in the Pacific Ocean. Likewise, you do have some other things. So that is what some of the points which I need to convey related to the earth. So that's what you have. Okay, have you made the decision whether we should continue in geography or shall I go to another point? I think less than a minute. So instead of starting a new thing, we will start it after rejoining. But prior to that, I will please let me know, so that otherwise I will continue with whatever I feel. But still, I thought that why I should not ask to the students if they got fed up with the geography, and sometimes you have to have a break. आयुष्यात ब्रेक महत्वाचा असतो, थांबलं पाहिजे ना. Okay.